There is so much in the yogic sciences about how to eat and what to eat. Well, all of it may sound alarming today for many people who are cultivated in this, that whole creation is poison except what comes from the marketplace. It's really a wonderful level of marketing that such a thing has been impressed upon people in the last 50 years. Before that, everybody was plucking things off the nature and eating, but now, I think I was somewhere in Ohio a few years ago, and I saw a tree full of pear, and it was just on the street side. I plucked a pear, wiped it and bit into it. A few people who were around me, they went into a shock, "Sadhguru, you're eating that, you cannot eat that." I said, "Why? You cannot eat a fruit like that, you have to buy it from the market." Because there could be anything. There is mercury oxides being poisoned, rivers are full of poison, lakes are full of poison. I said, "Your head is full of poison. This is the problem with you. Your head is full of poison. Now, this poison in the head, at least the gut brain, the poison in your gut brain must be removed. There must be a more complex activity happening in the stomach." Well, it is difficult to make any recommendations, you must figure it yourself because everything is both right and wrong today. What was perfectly fine some time ago, because we don't know from where you will pluck what you pluck. At least you can go by this. If the squirrels are eating it, they're also mammals. They look quite smart, have you looked at their face? If they're eating it, I think you can eat it. But I'm allergic to this, I'm allergic to that, I'm allergic to pure air, I'm allergic to sunlight, I'm allergic to rain. This is happening genuinely. It is happening to an extent where allergies are no more small disturbances in the body. It is killing. I knew people have nut allergy. Even I used to have nut allergy. I mean, before I turned spiritual and started teaching, I used to have nut allergy also. All the nuts, I kept away from them. But then when I started teaching, I saw there is no other way. So I developed a certain love for the nuts. So leaving that aside, I know in India we know those, we call this pitta, where certain nuts which have a very strong sense of protein in it can cause certain rashes and things in you. We have a simple solution for this. We soak it in water for 4-5 hours and then eat it. It gets neutralized. As simple as that. Or because nuts are seeds also, if you soak them in water, the moment it touches water, nut has a brain of its own, even nuts have brains. It begins to think it must sprout, that it thinks it's found a habitat for it to sprout because that's what it's been waiting for. So, when it wants to sprout, once it's in the earth, it knows there are many others who want to eat him up. Insects, worms, others. So, there is a certain level of poisonous substance. In different nuts it's different. Some of the nuts have mild aspects of cyanide in them that moves to the surface beneath its skin. So we figured this out and we said, soak the nut for 5-6 hours, peel the outer skin, that poison goes away, then you eat it, then you will not get any of these rashes and things like that. This is the level of allergy that I was exposed to. But once I was traveling by the Delta Airlines in United States, and they announced that today we are not serving peanuts because there is one person in the plane who is allergic. First of all, I used to have problems, what is a peanut? Because it comes from the ground, it's not a nut, it is a legume, but we call it a nut because it has a shell. It comes from the ground, so we always called it ground nut. That's the only thing that comes from the ground in that type of shell. Because it comes from the ground, it's a groundnut. When I came here, people started saying peanut, peanut, I always used to wonder, how do they do it? We pick it from the ground, how do you get a peanut? Anyway, that's been sorted out now. So one person has an allergy in the airplane and you cannot open your groundnut packet and he may die. Then I spoke to a few doctors and others, is it true really? Are we exaggerating this? He said, no, Sadhguru, it is true in a controlled atmosphere. If you open this groundnut packet, that person will die. Whoa! So, I also had allergy for nuts, I told you, but not this kind of allergy, that it can kill you, and so many people have died. Now people have allergy for milk, for allergy for rain, allergy for sunlight, just about everything that sustains your life. Well, we must understand, there may be many reasons, but in my understanding, in my perception of things, one reason is, I think we are not keeping all this life that is existing within us and supporting our life all the time, making us who we are not keeping them happy. The microbial life within us, for some reason, is not happy, either because of excessive processed food or living constantly in unnatural conditions, air conditioning all the time, living in cities where highly polluted air,